Take that leap of faith. You hear it all the time. But what is that leap of faith? That leap of faith is trust. That leap of faith is a place of knowing. And it's a place of coming out of belief, coming out of programs and following your heart. Because when we follow our heart, we let the beliefs go, we let the programs go, we just let go. And we follow this intuition, we follow our dreams, we follow our instinct, we just follow and we allow. That's where true life really resides, in letting go completely, surrendering to the flow of life, surrendering to our heart, surrendering to the spirit. And it's all these beliefs and programs that I talk about on many videos is what holds us back from taking that leap of faith, from stepping into our power. Because when we listen to the mind, when we listen to the chatter, and we believe it, and it causes us sensations in the body, and those sensations lock us up, and then they create a thought feedback loop that comes back into the mind, perpetuates that loop, and then we keep being stuck. We don't want to move forward. We stay in comfort. Because we're staying in comfort because we don't want the sensations. We don't want the feelings. We try to run from them. We try to get rid of them. When in fact they are actually helping you all the time to remind you that your thinking's off and you're running beliefs, you're running programs. But when we step into a place of trusting, really, really trusting, knowing our gut feeling is telling us something, knowing that spirit is coming through the body and letting us know that those dreams are there, and those dreams are to be fulfilled. And we all have these dreams that we want to fulfill. And again, beliefs and programs stop us from achieving what we need to achieve, to do what we need to do, whatever that is for you, however that presents itself for your unique journey. And it's in questioning the beliefs, it's in questioning those programs that are running, that's the beginning of coming back to knowing, coming back to what's called faith, which is just really knowing that you're going to trust you, you're going to trust the spirit that you are, to let life unfold for you. It's in that distrust that we get in our problems, we get in our own way, and we end up fighting ourselves and being in inner conflict and getting things in a mess. And we keep perpetuating those same cycles of that mess over and over again, and we keep putting ourselves in these places where we don't want to be. And we all want to achieve our dreams, like I said, whatever it is for you. And when we begin to achieve dreams and just taking small steps and just taking it little by little, day by day, we're building confidence in ourselves once again, and we know we can achieve. Sometimes though, along this journey, you do have to take risks, calculated risks, but those risks are a knowing that you truly will be guided, protected, looked after. Ultimately, everything will be okay. It will all work out. And again, those beliefs go in and say, well, what about this? What about that? Doubt this, worry about that, have anxiety about that. And we stop ourselves. So sometimes we do have to just grab the bull by the horns and say, do you know what? I'm doing it. I'm doing it anyway. Even if I'm scared. Even if my hands are trembling. Even if my voice is trembling. I'm still going to do it. No matter what. That's faith. That's trust. That's where it's at. Because if you do have a look back over your life, you'll see it's all worked out. Sure, there may be some challenges in there, some really big ones, some challenges that you may never ever want to go through again. You may have had absolutely terrifying times along this journey, and that's okay too. But if you look and you witness in your memory and you see it, it was actually serving you. On some fundamental level, it was all serving you. And that's hard to digest sometimes. It really is. It's sometimes still difficult for me to digest on occasions. But I do look back, and I do suggest people look back over the course of their lives and see that it does actually work out. See that you are guided, protected and loved all the way through the journey. And however that looks for you, it really is there. Your inner being, spirit, the self, just words again. It's hard to convey sometimes through words the expression of what is trying to be said, because words are so limiting. English language is so limiting in what the magnificence of life really is. It's beliefs that are in words that we've taken on that limit us. Life's not about words, not about language. It's such a deeper expression than that. And we're all trying to express ourselves in all different ways. And I'm trying to express myself through doing these videos and sharing what I've learned along the way, which can, on some level, try and help someone and something, however that turns out to be, or however that is. I try to. And it's in that trying that sometimes I take a leap of faith and I say to myself, well, even if it just helps one person today, that's just fine. You're not looking for all these view counts and all these subscribers and all this whatever goes with that. It was never about that. It was always just trying to help others, just with a little nudge and a push here and there. And that's what it's about. Like I said, if it's just whoever gets it, whoever understands it, whoever sees and hears it and feels it on some level, some part of the video may spark something within, just to go, hey, I'm going to look at something that I've been looking at. I'm going to change my perspective on that. I might even take a leap of faith today. I might even take a small step of faith, of knowing, of trusting, because it's about trust. Because if you look back over your life and see it's all worked out, you tend to trust more. You tend to see the life unfolds for you more and more. Because in those times where we had those challenges and we had major difficulties sometimes, we come through it. We come out the other side. We might got a little bit battle scarred for it. We're a little bit tired for it. We brush ourselves down once again. We stand back up and say, do you know what? Let's go again. Let's keep going. So, on my next video, I'm going to actually share my story. Don't know how much, but I'm going to share my story because it may give some inspiration for people that say, I can't take a leap of faith. I couldn't do that. I couldn't change. I couldn't change my whole life around. That's too scary. What could happen if I did? What would go wrong? Sometimes when we take a leap of faith, we could say, what could go right? What could happen if I actually took that? And it was along my journey that I've taken many, many leaps of faith and had to just have complete trust in what I call spirit, life, essence, inner being, self, whatever you want to call it. I had to have that trust. I had to trust my intuition, my gut feeling, no matter what. Because sometimes my life was on the line and I had to trust it. And I don't say that as trying to clickbait or exaggerate or try to get someone's emotions to go, oh, bless. It's not about that. It's about sharing truth, what the truth really is. And the truth is, behind all of this is great spirit. The spirit of life flowing through everything. And when we trust, really, truly, from our heart, trust, we allow the spirit to come through. We allow those ideas, inspirations, the time to take action, the time to rest, the time to evaluate, the time to contemplate, the time to think, the time not to think, the time to be awake and involved in life, the time to sleep, the time to communicate with others, or the time to be on your own. Be with yourself. Take that time to just be your own energy. Rebuild, revitalise. Because a lot of the time when we're doing life from believing and we're running all those programs and we're involved in life and other people's energies and the energies just of the general world around us, we can get zapped and fatigued, and we do need to take that time out for ourselves to recharge and reevaluate where we are. And it's in that reevaluating of where we are and asking ourselves in those quiet times, in those quiet spaces, what do I want? Where do I want to go? What is it that's unfolding within me? What is it that the spirit within now is trying to convey to me? That's why you hear it bandied around so much. You have to get in that little quiet space to hear that little quiet voice, or rather a big quiet voice. Because spirit is so much bigger than this earth that we think we reside on. And there is no residing on this earth. We're in with here. The earth is in here. We are just witnessing it as like, we'll call it a dream. We witness it as like a dream. It's not really real. That's why you hear it's just an illusion. It's not real as the way we've been presented it to be real. We've been presented with so many beliefs over our lifetime. We're just running all those, and we just got lost along the way of not knowing. And it's a time to come back to knowing, not believing anymore. And especially at the start, not to believe any of these limiting, faulty beliefs that we have. And yeah, sure, it does take some time to let those go, to go through the processes, do techniques sometimes, do processes sometimes to alleviate and get rid of and let go of beliefs and programs. Ultimately, we don't need any techniques. They are just there to assist us along the journey. They're not necessary. All we actually need is to remember. It's all a memory game. And once we remember, we don't need anything. When we remember, we truly are now beings. We reside in the now moment. We are not of time. We are not of the illusions. We are not of these constructs. We are not of these beliefs. We reside in the very now moment. A lot of people talk about the present moment. And that's where the presence, the present, the gift is. In this moment, every single time. And there's no time. Again, it's just language. And I get tripped up on it all the time. I'm trying to come out of language, but I have to explain by doing these videos in English language. It's challenging. It's hard at times. But it's the best we've got. It's the tools we've got. And that comes in with acceptance. Acceptance is knowing. Acceptance is beyond belief. That, okay, we are where we are. We're doing what we're doing. We've got English language to use, and that's fine. Try your best. Do your best. However that be. And you know what? Doing your best sometimes can mean just getting out of bed. Honestly. People think they've got to be productive and super going for it. And you hear this thing about grinding for it, especially like sort of if you're a man and you're listening to videos say on business or building something or doing that, you've got to work hard, you've got to grind. No, you haven't. Allow the spirit to come through you. You don't have to try and do everything so hard. You can allow it to unfold. You can allow it to just come through you to do what you need to do in those times. Because it's in that allowing that we allow ourselves to stop being so hard on ourselves. Because sometimes just to get out of bed in the morning is enough. And it's allowing ourselves to do our best and be okay with where we're at, even if that means just getting out of bed in the morning and doing the bare necessities of what you need to do. And that's okay. I've been there on my journey, where the best I could do was get out of bed in the morning and just do the basic life things just to get through the day. And that's the way it was. Was I happy about it? No. Could I have changed it at the time? Maybe. Did I choose to? No. And that's okay too. Again, when we look back over our lives, we watch it all play out, it was all serving us on some level. I was trying to help myself in some level. Mostly that was to love myself, which is always said along this journey. It's all about love. Coming back to that high frequency of what we naturally are, which is love. And doing all of these techniques and processes and changing our perceptions and going within and doing the inner work and doing the inner child work and all this work is what helps us remember who we are. That we are naturally high vibrating, beautiful, magical, eternal beings. And that is our home. That's where we reside. Our frequency raises to such a point it becomes still. And that's the stillness of the true essence of what we are. Behind it all, behind the noise, behind the chaos, behind everything that's running in the mind is the stillness, the trueness, the love that we are. And it's always there. It's always there. It's right now. Looking out of those eyes, feeling through this body, that essence, the spirit is there right in this moment, right now. There's no searching for it. So many people search so many different ways. We all do it. And then we come to realise at some point, it was always here. Always looking out, always observing, always feeling. Everything I ever wanted was here. Every experience that we went through was to generate a feeling of joy, happiness, abundance, well-being, whatever that is for you. Those high frequencies that generate the feelings for you. We was always looking for that outside of ourselves. We're looking for it in so many different ways and trying to achieve so many different things doing this journey, doing this human experience, until we realise I've searched for so long. I've been through this experience, that experience. I've been over these things and over these things. I've tried this, I've tried that. And you come to realise that nothing really worked. It was always here all along, waiting to be revealed, waiting for you to remember who you truly are. And that is the whole point of all of this, is to remember. And in those limiting beliefs and the thoughts and programs that run, creates forgetfulness, creates confusion in the mind. It creates all of this mess, all of this chaos. But still behind all of that is the spirit and the stillness of love, prompting, showing you through intuition, showing you through your gut feeling, showing you from sensations that you call unwanted, showing you you're not in alignment with your true self. You're not in alignment with the dreams you want to achieve, you want to go through, you want to experience while you're here. Because we go beyond searching for ourselves in experiences to actually realise who we are, and then have the experiences with joy in our hearts, just for the point of living without having to put meaning behind everything. Because once we find that we are the meaning itself, the spirit, the eternal essence is what it is, we can then relax more into life and do these things that we want to do, and it doesn't matter what it is. It's so varied and so unique to every individual. And there is common themes. There is common themes around being healthy, having good relationships, and the biggest one probably for most people will be money, and what money can do for you along the journey, what money can unfold for you, and experiences you can have with money. And when we realise that it's not actually the money itself that we need, it's here, then that allows us to receive money. It allows us to receive good relationships. It allows us to receive the good health that's already vibrating there. It's already there, waiting for us to change our frequency, to remember our frequency, to raise our frequency. Again, just words. They're just words to try to convey something that what we already are. We are high vibrating, high vibrational, magical, loving beings already. We don't have to get anywhere. There's nowhere to go. When we come back and we realise this by doing all of these things that we have to do, many people don't want to hear that. I have to do this. I have to drop beliefs. I have to question my thoughts. I have to question my programs. Yeah, we do. Because I tried all the other ways. I tried everything else I could till I come to the fact I had to face myself. I had to face everything. And in facing everything, in going through that, there was liberation after liberation after liberation. And sure, I still have things that, challenges that come up, and limiting beliefs still come up, and challenging thoughts come up, and still have to go through the processes. Where does the journey end? Does the journey even end? Is the journey just to remember who we are, and then what happens? Who knows? But let's find out. Let's see where this goes. Let's see what this is about. Let's see what unfolds from that. And going back to just living for living's sake, without meaning. When you stop searching, and you just take an inventory and just, okay, just go and live. However that is, whatever that's doing, wherever that's being, however that is, doesn't matter what form it takes. Just live for the sake of living. Just be in the heart of that, allowing it to unfold by taking leaps of faith, by knowing that you are always protected, guided and loved. You are always on the right path. You can't not be on the right path. The path is to remember who you are. And if you're watching this video, you have to be on that path. You wouldn't have been presented with it. You wouldn't have received this video. It wouldn't have come nowhere near you. You wouldn't have been ready to hear it. But you are ready to hear it right now, in this very moment. And it is going in. The words are coming through you telepathically, past English language, into a feeling, into a knowing, sparking something in you. It's remembering something in you. It really is. And I say that not from ego, not because I think I'm right, but from humbleness of my own journey, of knowing what it took to get here, of knowing what it has to take. And you know what? When you go through it and you do this work and you're really committed to it, that's a warrior. That's a warrior of love. Not a warrior of battle. Not a warrior to go out and fight anymore. Not a warrior to fight the system, to fight you inside, to fight demons. No, a warrior of love, a warrior of acceptance, a warrior of true essence, true spirit. And it's like the spirit is over matter, not mind over matter. The warrior doesn't use the mind in those ways. The warrior allows the spirit to come through. The warrior is so powerful when it knows it is spirit, when it knows it's untouchable, it cannot be harmed, it is eternal, there's nothing wrong, you was never broken, there was nothing ever holding you back, just the forgetfulness, remembrance of who we truly are. So I'll leave that message there for today. See what you feel about that. See what comes up from that for you. See what revelations happen internally for you. And I'll see you on the next video.